RDR fam. Hope everybody had a great day, a great weekend. My apologies to the crew who tried to show up last night for my first quote unquote live. It was live, all right. So live, I couldn't get it to work right. So I'm working on that now, trying to get the right software I need set up correctly, all that good stuff. Figure out you couldn't just go on YouTube and say go live, and you could go live, but you can't share your screen, which is what I really needed. So apologies to the crew. We'll try it again, another time. We'll see when we can get that done. But I am, like I said, working on getting the right software, the right setup, all that good stuff. All right, so let's talk about DR. And today, my friends, this was a day, if you followed the rules and did nothing else, you were successful. All right, so let's talk about it. And I'll talk through DR first, just strict DR. And then I'll kind of go back and point out a couple of areas where I was looking for trades I did not take. Maybe I won't. Maybe I just keep it strictly a DR one, because there was enough DR action today that really didn't do much more of anything else. All right, so let's talk about it. Okay, so here we go. All right, so our range today, 47 down to, what's that, 32, so it's at 16, 15 points. All right, so a little, I mean, we like 16 to 20 plus, but we'll take that, so not a big deal. Now, here's the thing, right? So we didn't get a buy. I didn't get a bias today because of, all this stuff that was happening, right, in the setup. Really nothing that was telling me one direction or the other. Now, we did start out when at 10:30, we started out up here, and you can see we tested the DR high, but did not close above it. So that means that's not anything that we will be paying attention to. And we actually ended up going all the way back down to confirm on the low side. All right, so they could have tricked us there, right? That could have been a nice trick for them if we weren't paying attention. All right, so we confirm low, all right, and we know what we're looking for next. All right, we confirm down, looking for the retrace up. So that next candle, we get a retrace, and then order goes where, right? First rung on that ladder, which in this case is my DR low. All right, so real simple, really easy. Easy 5 points here, no biggie. Then so that's one, and then we started getting this like consolidation here. We shot up here. Now, I took this trade, but I got out early because of the wicks. All right, and I'm gonna show you that in a second. But and when I say, well, I did get out early, but it was like 4 points versus 5 points. It actually ended up going down to 5 points, but I got to 4 points and just cut the trade off. And so again, it was here, right? Trade on DR low, okay. And what had happened was we got a wick, kind of just ran up really quick. So I just hurried and dropped the order here, and then it just shot right back down, right? So it wasn't a long trade at all. And I got down to 4 points, and I was like, you know what? That wick was scaring me a little bit, because if it wick down, it can wick right back up. So I came out on 4 points on that one. Okay, so we've had basically, two tests of our strategy, one here, and so then we get the third one, which I think I just missed a little bit. Yeah, that was the second one. That's two, that's one. All right, and so here's three. So three comes here, all right, goes up above again, order placed on the DR low, and then now this one I got out again at 5 points. It went out about 8 or 9 points. I wasn't really sure, but I just let it play itself out. So 5 points there, and good to go. Okay. Now, what was interesting today was this whole area literally. I'm not going to show it, but this whole area basically was like in a bullish fair value gap. So even though we're taking orders coming this way, the price itself should have really been going this way. Okay, and so now I know some people actually took trades going up, kind of against the trend or against the confirmation, but they weren't trading DR, which is fine. I mean, that's up to you how you want to do that. But like I said, for today, we got 1, 2, 3 trades that are all legitimate, easy, and the other parts, we had this huge gap again. I shouldn't say huge, just about a 5 point gap between the IDR and the DR. So a lot of times, we'd come back up and I'd put my order here, right? Rather than I really like when when it goes above IDR, but I wasn't expecting that, right? Because again, it's just a five. But that's your profit target for the day, 5 points, right? So since it went up and came back down, I just kept my orders on the DR low, right? So, all right, so let's go the next one now. The next one is one that I actually got stopped out on, 2.5 point loss, right? So we've been doing this, wick up, wick up thing, coming back down, and so here we got the same thing. Got a wick up. I put my order on the DR low again, like we've been doing for the last 3 trades. But this time it went down about a point, then it actually just shot right back up. So once I got about two and a half, actually I had my stop loss set at 2.5 points or 10 ticks, and so I just took the L on that one. Okay. All right. So here's the next trade. Okay. So we go up above. All right. So we go up above now. We're above the DR. We go up above IDR. All right. So I put an order, and this is IDR low. So I put an order on IDR low. We never actually came back down and looked at it. Okay. We went up above here, which is our 0.5 fib. Okay. Remember, our 0.5 fib is the halfway mark between the two IDRs, not between the two DRs. All right. So otherwise, it would have been, a little further down if I was looking at DRs, but we're looking at the IDR. So the halfway point is right here. Okay. All right. So remember, order was here, didn't get picked up. Went up here, didn't get picked up. Okay. So we went up above it. I put my order on the DR low. I'm sorry, on the 0.5 fib. Now, here's the cool part, and this is something that, again, you got to pay attention to. When we got here, right, I was like, well, we're almost at the other side. So one of two things is going to happen up here, right? We're going to make this a false DR day, which means we're going to go up, and the candle is going to close above DR high, okay, which will make it false day, or we're going to go up and reject off of that. Now, and it was like, okay, one of those two things has to happen. Okay, so we had this candle just shot up above IDR. I'm sorry, above the DR high. All right, and started to come back down. Quickly put my order on. Now my order didn't get put on until right here, IDR high. It was moving a little too fast, so by the time I got the order in, it was here. And when it came back down, so it picked me up here. I took 5 points off of that one. Okay, so I got down about there, took my 5 points, and then that's where, sometimes you gotta just say well, it is what it is. Okay, because the next thing that happened is I actually took a second trade here, because what I noticed was price went back up. All right, price went back up here, came down, it went back up again. So now what you have is kind of this equal. You have kind of this equal high sitting right here. And so when price came up here again, I said, well, I know what I'm going to do. I just put an order on 0.5 fib for it to come down, because remember, we're still confirmed low for the day, right? And so at this point, I'm already thinking this is definitely a retirement setup. Okay. Now where I laugh about it is because I literally only took, because this was from here, that was around 43, 44, 43. And yeah, I got out right down here on that first drop, because that was my 5 points, and it was right at the IDR low. So I got my 5 points there, and I'm like, okay, cool. It probably might turn around. Who knows what it's going to do? And then what I didn't do, right? Because now we're talking almost 2 o'clock, and what I didn't do is I did not go back in when it went here. Okay, so if you notice, it came down, it went up, it actually went up when it closed here, went up some, came down. Yeah, okay. Not sure what it's going to do on that. Didn't follow my rules there, because my rule would have said I would have put an order in right there for it to keep going down. Okay? And you see what happened after that one. That was a massive drop down. That was at least 10 over 10 points right here to right here. So that would have been a nice way to cap the day. Okay, so, but again, it is what it is. Did not follow the rules. Now again, I'd been successful multiple times, over here. So it wasn't like I was like not happy with the day, but this is the move that, at one move you miss, you're like, oh man, I thought I just follow my rules right there. And be honest, I wasn't even really paying attention after I got out here, and I was like, well, that's a pretty good day. I really stopped paying attention to what was happening. But then I really just wanted to see if it was going to be a retirement setup, which it ended up being a very nice, very strong retirement setup. It went all the way down below the original lows that we had for the day. So that would have been a really nice, nice trade to take. All right, so the day's not over. My day is pretty much over, but the day's not over. Um, you can see here there's another opportunity to take a scalp here. That ended up being I did not. I mean, I didn't take that one at all. I didn't take any more trades the rest of the day, but just to look at it, that's about 44.33, and then that would have got down to about 20. So that's a nice 5 pointer right there, almost if not full five, or almost five. All right. Um, Next opportunity. Again, I didn't take any of these, but just looking at it, what's happening with the charts. So again, we go up again, and we could have put order here, come down. That's only a couple points. If you wouldn't have taken a scalp there, you'd have got stopped out on the way back up. So that's just one of those where it is what it is. I think the last one I saw, let me see. Yeah, the last one I actually paid attention to here was this one. Okay, so we go up above IDR, and then we could just take that trade coming down, right? Order, go up above, order on the IDR low line, and watch it come back down with a nice, at least 5, 8 points. I don't know how many that is. I'm not doing the counts. All right. Okay, so that's that one. We had another move up here, but we didn't come back down to take it. So you would not taken. You did not got picked up there. The last one was interesting, right? Because he had this massive move back up, which actually made a new weekly high for us. We had taken out, we had weekly high right on the DR high. This candle took that out first, so that became the new weekly high here. And then you got this one right around, what's that, 350 or so, that went up 345, that went up here and created a new weekly high. So I have to adjust my chart again. But all right, so you could have actually put another order here. Could have put an order here and had, because it did come right back down. But you probably wouldn't have, known that, because if I see that move up that fast, this was a quick move. If you see it move that fast, then I'm not expecting it to come back down that fast. But that's what it did. So anyway, so that was the day from the DR standpoint. A lot of opportunities. Again, just following the rules. Did have one that took me out of the trade, and maybe another one over here. If I would have been in this trade, that would have taken me out. But if I'm looking at it, I'm going, there's one, there's two, there's three. This is the one that missed. This one definitely was four, and then there's another one here, five. Could have been six here. Um, you know, might have missed over here. Could have been seven here. Right. So there's another one that could have worked there. It's just, So basically, what I'm trying to say is like there were like literally 8 opportunities, if I count that one, 8 opportunities to get at least 5 points today. Which, if you listen to ICT or any other traders say, 5 points in futures is all you really need every day. And so, but you had, like I said, 8 opportunities to really get in there and try it out. So, again, hope everybody understands that. And again, I try to keep this as simple as possible. It looks like it shouldn't work, but again, 70% of the time, 80% of the time, it does work. So I'll take those odds any day, especially when it deals with this kind of market. So, all right. So that's it, guys. Hey, love on your loved ones. You never know when you won't be able to do it. So take advantage of opportunities. Tomorrow is my day for my dad's 1 year anniversary of his passing. So we'll see how we feel tomorrow. That's my dude. So yeah, we'll see how we feel. But anyway, love on your loved ones. Don't get a chance to, make sure you get a chance to do that. Go ahead and do it. And that would be it, my people. All right, questions, comments, thoughts, drop them in the chat. Again, apologies for the folks that tried to jump on a live last night. I'll try to do it again, but I will make sure that I actually know how it works first. And just really quick, if you guys allow me, what I'll do is I'll go back to yesterday. And, it was Sunday night, right? The opening of the market. And so there's one thing that I want to point out. And I think when I got off the live to trying to figure out how to make this work, one of the things, this is ADR, right, from last night. And one of the things I tried to figure out, or where the trade would have been, it would have been, so this is, we confirmed low here, okay, went back up, went all the way up to zero point 0.5 fib, all right. And so the last thing I think I talked about was, even though I was trying to talk while we couldn't get the video, but there's your 5 points for that night. Then we actually went back up, and we actually did a sort of a, we did almost a retirement setup, but you could have had a nice trade there. So there were definitely opportunities last night that you could have taken, but again, normally you don't get too many opportunities, especially at the beginning of the week, but sometimes it does work out. But anyway, that's all. Again, hope you guys had a great day. Appreciate you all the support. And yeah, we'll do it again tomorrow. See what happens. All right. In the office tomorrow, so might not be able to trade as much, but we'll see how that goes. All right. Y'all be easy.